Welcome to the Living in Utah live question and answer session. Thursday evening, I try to appear every Thursday. That's just a general topic. You're welcome. We're welcome together to talk about anything that you would like to talk about, whether the state of Utah or it's the United States. I'm open for a conversation. And tonight I want to talk about a statement that was released by the governor. It's something that the governor has been working on for a while. He would like to make homes more affordable in the state of Utah. And his plan to accomplish this is to produce homes at a price range, what he quoted, he wants to see starter homes costing less than $300,000. I want to make sure I got that correct. It's costing less than $300,000. So he has told cities and counties throughout the state, we need to start producing starter homes under $300K. Sounds great. I'm all for that. I hate to be the negative person that says, how are we going to accomplish this as a state? Was his statement just a political pander to, keep his name up there in re-election time, et cetera, et cetera? Because I've thought about this for a little bit. The hurdles that you have to overcome to accomplish a $300,000 home. Let's just start with the cities, the counties. They all have impact fees. The fire department wants some money. The city wants some money. The inspectors want money. To build a new home, your impact fees are roughly $20,000, $30,000, sometimes higher, depending on the square footage and where it's being built. So, are the cities and counties willing to eliminate all those fees? That would take new construction prices down a little bit. Issue number 2, material costs. How do you change the price of materials? Materials are roughly, they probably vary state by state a little bit, just a little bit, but, the concrete, the sheetrock, the OSB board, the 2x4s, the plumbing fixtures, your HVAC systems. How will you reduce the cost? Because costs have to be cut somewhere to build a $300,000 home. Somewhere, someone has to take a pay cut. So the building materials. I think it's difficult to get prices lower. Labor. So what subcontractors are willing to cut their pay in half or a pay of a third? So you've got maybe guys on the job site making $25, $30 an hour. Are they willing to work for $8 an hour so we can build this $300,000 home? I think it's a fair question. I honestly don't think many subcontractors would be willing to take a pay cut. And last, land. One of the biggest costs, land. You'll have to go to landowners and say, could you sell us that home for 1/5 of the price, maybe? I think that's going to be very hard to do. Let's say grandpa passes away, leaves the family a farm that's worth $3 million, $2 million. Life-changing money. That is life-changing money. Will that family be willing to sell that land for, say, $500,000, $400,000 so you can build affordable homes on the land? I think it is a tough ask. Like I say, it's life-changing money. People who inherit money like that will be able to typically quit their job, buy their new home, buy their pickup truck, buy their sports car, their motor home, their dream list. Basically, retire, put it away and retire. If you get, say, $500,000, well, $500,000 is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money. but I don't know if it's life-changing money. Yes, you could put it towards a house, towards vehicles, but could you do everything and also have money left over so that you could retire? So many people would like to retire. So trying to purchase land at a lower cost is tough. And I can tell you about a story I know, a good friend of mine, or someone that I'm have conversations with regularly. They had some farmland, small piece of farmland. Well, not huge. I don't remember exactly. Maybe it was about 20 to 30 acres. Some of the land had been bought for a road. The city came along and they were interested in the land to put a cemetery. And he's like, oh, I'm all for that. I'm willing to sell the land to you at a reduced cost. The city, he was telling me that the city wanted him to donate the land. Donate the land. That didn't happen. The land sold for over $1 million. So he said, I was willing to work with them, but $1 million is a lot of money. And he wasn't willing to just give the land away for free. So I think there's a lot of challenges going forward with Governor Cox, our current governor, in trying to build a $300,000 home, especially in areas like St. George, Provo, Orem, Lehigh, Eagle Mountain, right down there in the tech sector where you could $300,000 for a lot all day long, easily. Many areas of Salt Lake City, many areas in Davis County, up by the military base, Layton, cities around Ogden. It's very, very difficult to build a $300,000 home. In some of the rural communities that we have, yes, it could be possible. But in the populated areas, yes, very, very difficult. Very, very difficult to build anything in the $300,000 range. Not a home. Now, maybe a condo, townhome. You could, apartment type of buildings to purchase something in a building that's going up. So you have more usage of the land. 1 acre, you go up like they do in a lot of the big cities, places like Miami. I think you could do something for $300,000, but a home that sits on 1/3 of an acre, 1/4 of an acre, 1/5 of an acre, it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. So, and also be able to have at least 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, et cetera, not something that's a home that is 1 bedroom or like a studio. I don't know if they even build studio homes, but I guess it's possible. You just have a few windows and a room, kind of like a studio apartment, and call it maybe a studio home. Maybe that could be a new thing. Maybe that's what the governor has in mind for a home, a studio home, like a studio apartment. But anyways, love to know your comments. The whole affordability issue it's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's a real tough one. I honestly think that we need to start on a federal level, and we need to have something in place that my latest video on how corporate America is buying up homes. There needs to possibly be something in place to limit that or stop that from happening. That would definitely free up more inventory. When we have more inventory for the general public to purchase, there's more competition. So home prices can naturally come down some. More supply to the market. So I don't know the best way to handle the whole corporate America buying up homes, turn them into rentals. Sometimes I hate to see, government get involved, but at this point, it's happening all over the country, and a lot of homes are being purchased by corporations, turned into rentals. But I don't know if you can limit, make or a penalty. But when you're taking supply away, especially on the entry level pricing of homes, that's difficult. It's difficult for the average buyer to compete. It's very hard to compete with a corporate purchase that's typically all cash, quick close, a lot of benefits to it. No inspections, no appraisals. I mean, it all sounds great, and it happens all the time. But I think that's one avenue that we need to look at on from a federal level. The other thing I like to see on a federal level, and this kind of possibly sounds a little bit bad, but should we allow foreign countries to buy our land? There's two areas that I see. Number one is foreign countries that are buying up land, and there's countries all over, and actually have been buying land around military bases. I'm not too sure exactly why they want to purchase land around military bases, but should we allow foreign countries to purchase our land? The other thing is, there's a big movement on the billionaires are buying up farmland. Is that a good idea? And I've actually been on the side of that. So been approached by some billionaires to buy up farmland, or at least, had phone calls and letters. I haven't had direct conversation because we don't want to sell, but is that good? So I think it's a way to, my fear about corporations buying up farmland is it's a way to control food prices. A lot of the farmland right now around the country is owned free and clear. Most of it's been inherited down from generation after generation, and farmers struggle to make a living, and they pretty much make a living because of some low overhead with, the land paid off, etc. Sometimes they'll rent land, but with billionaires owning the land, they can then go to farmers and say, here's the rent price. Next year, guess what? Rent price just went up. Following year, the rent price just went up again. That makes your food costs go up in the stores dramatically. The farmer, to stay in business, because he's having to pay out to rent this property off billionaires, will eventually have to charge more, whether you're in the cattle business, you're in the wheat business, you're in the pea business. Your costs will increase, and when food costs increase, it hurts the whole economy, in my opinion. But it's happening. Bill Gates owns a bunch of land. So why? That's my question. Why are they buying this land? Is Bill Gates going to become a farmer? Is he going to get out there and ride in a tractor? It's possible. It's possible. Or are they trying to control food prices? But I think in order to get affordability, we possibly have to do some other things. Love to know your comments. Any questions? It's beautiful time in Utah. If you're not residing in the state of Utah, I love this time of year. We hover around the 70 to 80 degree temperature. Almost no humidity, very, very low. Whatever your outdoor activity is, great time. You can go golfing, play soccer, work on the garden. We've been working on our garden, planting the garden, rototilling the garden. Just beautiful time. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. Just fantastic time of year. As I know, come July, it'll change to high 90s, 100-degree days. So it's a great time in Utah right now. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Take care and stay safe.